This is lesson 428, a spelling dictation lesson, and we are going to review the 8 vowel groups that we have covered thus far in the program, and we will not introduce any other vowel groups. We are complete now in terms of the vowel group numbers being introduced. We're going to review these vowel groups by way of spelling 2-syllable words, and these 2-syllable words will contain any one of these individual vowel groups, and cumulatively all 8 vowel groups are included in this spelling lesson. Vowel group 1 is when you have one vowel followed by a consonant. The vowel will represent its short sound. Vowel group 2 is when one vowel comes at the end of the syllable. The vowel will represent its long sound. Vowel group 3 is the silent E rule. The E is silent at the end of the word, underline it, and the vowel that comes before it will represent its long sound. Vowel group 4 is when two vowels join together, form a team, and the first vowel represents its long sound. Vowel group 5 are controlled vowel teams where you have a vowel plus R that join together and form a team and represent a special sound. Vowel group 6 is when two vowels join together and form a team. The first vowel in this instance does not say its name. Vowel group 7 is when a word ends in a consonant plus LE. The consonant and the LE join together and will break off into a separate syllable. LE functions as a vowel team in this construction. You underline LE and put a 7 under that team. It's a vowel team. Finally, vowel group 8 introduces the concept that A, O, and U all have an extra sound in addition to their long and short sounds. The extra sound for A is aw, the extra sound for O is oo, and the extra sound for U is When these vowels represent those extra sounds, you put the number 8 under those vowels. I'm going to begin dictation now. We have 10 rows of words, beginning with row 1. Rabbit, rabbit. I pulled a rabbit out of my hat. Rabbit. Rab, 3 sounds. R, A, B. Bit, 3 sounds. B, I, T. Rab, bit. The first thing we do is we look for teams in the word. If a word has a silent E, we now underline it. If a letter is representing its second sound, we double underline it. But none of those elements are present in this word. So the next step, we identify our vowel sounds. We have 2 vowel sounds in this word. Thus, we know we will have a 2-syllable word. So the next step is to determine where to divide the word into syllables by applying the syllable rule numbers. Syllable rule 2 is in effect here. We have 2 consonants between our vowels. Thus, we divide between the first and second consonants. The only thing left to do now is assign a vowel group number to each of the vowels. Here, both vowels are followed by a consonant. Thus, they are both representing their short sounds according to vowel group 1. The next word is pillow. Pillow. I love a fluffy pillow. Pillow. First syllable, pill, 3 sounds. P, I, ul. Low, 2 sounds. Ul, O. Pill-low. First, we look at the word and determine whether the word has any teams, if the word has a silent E, or if any letter within the word is representing its second sound. In pillow, the OW is a team, so we now underline it. The next step is we identify our vowel sounds. We have 2 vowel sounds in this word. So we have a 2-syllable word. We apply our syllable division at this point. Syllable rule 2 is in effect. We have 2 consonants between our vowels. And finally, we assign vowel group numbers to the vowels in the syllables. In the first syllable, we have 1 vowel followed by a consonant. Vowel group 1 is in effect. The I is short. In OW, we have 2 vowels that join together and form a team. And the first vowel is representing its long sound. That's vowel group 4. By the way, W is functioning as a vowel here. When W is part of the vowel team, W is considered to be a vowel. Joseph, Joseph, Joseph is my friend. Joseph, Joe, two sounds, J, O. Seph, three sounds, S, E, F. Joseph. The first thing we do is look for teams. If a word has a silent E, we underline it. If a letter represents its second sound, we double underline that letter or letter team for that matter. In Joseph, we have a PH team. PH represents the F sound. Next, we identify our vowel sounds. We have two vowel sounds in this word. Next, we divide the word into syllables. Syllable Rule 1 is in effect in this word because we have one consonant between our two vowels. And finally, we assign vowel group numbers to our vowels. In the first syllable, O is at the end of the syllable. Vowel group 2 is in effect, and the O will represent its long sound. Joseph. Splendid, splendid. Your remarks are splendid. Splendid. The first syllable has 5 sounds. S, P, O, E, N. Did, 3 sounds. D, I, D. Splendid. Now I'm going to ask you to pause the video, completely mark the word, and when you have completed doing so, advance the video to check your work against the video screen. Splendid. Row 2, impress. Impress. You must try and impress your coach. Impress. I, Press. 4 sounds. P, R, E, S. Impress. Pause the video, mark the word, and then advance the video screen. Impress. Pudding. Pudding. I love vanilla pudding. Pudding. Pud, 3 sounds. P, D. Ding, 3 sounds. D, I, N. Pudding. Mark the word. Pudding. Now we have an 8 under the U because U is representing its extra sound The key word we have for the extra sound for U is put and pudding. The U represents the same sound in both words. There's no way to predict from the configuration of the syllable whether U will represent its extra sound. You simply have to determine that it is in fact representing its extra sound, and then at that point you place the 8 under the U. Mermaid. Mermaid. The mermaid in the movie was very beautiful. Mermaid. Mer has 2 sounds. Maid, 3 sounds. A, D. Mermaid. Mark the word. Mermaid. Lilac. Lilac. I want to see where the lilac is in the woods. Lilac. Li has 2 sounds. O, I. Lack, 3 sounds. O, A, K. Lilac. Mark the word. Lilac. Row 3. Pastel. Pastel. The pastel color he used in the painting was very soft. Pastel. Pass, 3 sounds. P, A, S. Tell, 3 sounds. T, E, L. Pastel. Mark the word. Pastel. Sirloin. Sirloin. He ordered a sirloin steak. Sirloin. Sir has 2 sounds. S, Loin, 3 sounds. O, oi, n. Sirloin. Mark the word. Sirloin. Torpor. Torpor. The way we would pronounce this word in conversation is torpor. But for spelling, we're going to say torpor. And torpor means to be in a very lethargic state. The first syllable is tor, and it has two sounds, t, or. Por has two sounds, p, or. Tor, por. Mark the word. Tor, por. And again, we pronounce this word for spelling tor, por, but in conversation, it's not a word you use in conversation very often, but it would be torpor. The next word is venom. Venom. The snake had poisonous venom. Ve, two sounds. V, e. Nam, three sounds. N, a, m. Venom. Mark the word. Venom. Venom. Notice the 2 is underlined under the E because E is representing its short sound in this word. Normally, when a vowel comes at the end of the syllable, it represents its long sound. To indicate an exception is occurring to a vowel group number, we underline it. Row 4, London. London. London is a great city. London. Now, for spelling, let's pronounce it lon, don. Lon, 3 sounds. L, a, n. Don, 3 sounds. D, a, n. Lon, don. Mark the word. Lon, don. And, of course, we pronounce it normally London. Imbibe. Imbibe. Don't imbibe too much tonight. Imbibe. Im, 2 sounds. I, m. Bibe, 3 sounds. B, I, b. Imbibe. Mark the word. Imbibe. Extent. Extent. What is the extent of your involvement in this? Extent. X, 2 sounds. X. Tent, 4 sounds. T, e, n, t. Extent. Mark the word. Extent. Fester. Fester. The wound began to fester. Fester. Fess, 3 sounds. F, e, s. Ter, 2 sounds. T, Fester. Mark the word. Fester. Row 5, startle. Startle. That loud noise did startle me. Startle. Star, 3 sounds. S, t, r. Tull, 2 sounds. T, ul. Star, tull. Mark the word. Star, tull. So here we have a consonant followed by LE at the end of the word. So that configuration breaks off and forms the final syllable in the word. LE is a vowel team in this word. We underline it, and we put the number 7 under it. That is vowel group 7. Chowder. Chowder. I think I will have some corn chowder soup. Chowder. Chow has 2 sounds. Ch, ow. Der, 2 sounds. D, Chow, der. Mark the word. Chow, der. Phonics. Phonics. Everyone should learn phonics at a young age. Phonics. Fa, 2 sounds. F, ah. Nix, 4 sounds. N, I, k, s. Phonics. Mark the word. Phonics. 2 is underlined here because O is representing its short sound. Vowel group 2 indicates a vowel at the end of the syllable will represent its long sound, so we have an exception to vowel group 2. Shelter. Shelter. We need to build a shelter in the woods. Shelter. Shell, 3 sounds. Sh, e, ol. Ter, 2 sounds. T, Shelter. Mark the word. Shelter. Row 6, patter. patter. I hear the sound of little feet and the patter they make. Patter, pat, 3 sounds. P, a, t. Ter, 2 sounds. T, pat, ter. Mark the word. Pat, ter. Patter. Limit, limit. You are about to reach my limit. Limit. Li, 2 sounds. L, I. Mit, 3 sounds. I, t. Limit. Mark the word. Limit. Another exception to vowel group 2, so we underline the 2. The I is representing its short sound in this word. Sharpen, sharpen. I need to sharpen the knife. Sharpen. Shar, 2 sounds. Sh, r. Pen, 3 sounds. P, e, n. Sharpen. Mark the word. Sharpen. Cauldron, cauldron. A cauldron is a large pot. Cauldron. Call, 3 sounds. K, a, o. Drawn, 4 sounds. D, r, a, n. Cauldron. Mark the word. Cauldron. Now, A is representing its extra sound here. Unlike O and U, we can predict with a relatively high degree of accuracy when A will represent its extra sound. When you have A followed by L, followed by another consonant, even if the other consonant goes into the second syllable, nevertheless, the A will usually represent its extra sound. And of course, if you have A at the end of the word followed by L, it also, in that instance, will represent its extra sound as well. Row 7, redeem. Redeem. I must try and redeem myself. Redeem. Re has 2 sounds. R, E. Deem, 3 sounds. D, E, M. Redeem. Mark the word. Redeem. Expose. Expose. That team will expose our weakness if we're not careful. Expose. X has 2 sounds. E, x. Pose, 3 sounds. P, o, z. Expose. Mark the word. Expose. And of course, S is double underlined because it's representing its second sound. Donate. Donate. I would like to donate to your organization. Donate. Do has 2 sounds. D, O. Nate, 3 sounds. N, A, T. Donate. Mark the word. Donate. Moonbeam. Moonbeam. A single moonbeam fell on the forest floor. Moonbeam. This is a compound word. First syllable is moon, 3 sounds. M, U, N. Beam, 3 sounds. B, E, M. Moon, beam. Mark the word. Moon, beam. Row 8, cluster. Cluster. A cluster of birds perched on the wire. Cluster. Clus, 4 sounds. K, L, S. Ter, 2 sounds. T, Cluster. Mark the word. Cluster. Ruffle. Ruffle. Please don't ruffle his feelings. Ruffle. Rough, 3 sounds. R, F. Full, 2 sounds. F, ul. Rough, full. Mark the word. Rough, full. Here we have LE at the end of the word with a consonant right in front of it, so that FLE form a separate syllable. Vowel, group 7 is in effect. LE is a vowel team. Coddle. Coddle. You do not want to coddle someone's bad behavior. Coddle. Cod, 3 sounds. K, ah, d. Dull, 2 sounds. D, ul. Cod, dull. Mark the word. Cod, dull. Stagger. Stagger. The soldier was injured and began to stagger. Stagger. Stag, 4 sounds. S, t, a, g. Gur, 2 sounds. G, Stag, gur. Mark the word. Stag, gur. Row 9, ditto. Ditto. The weather in New York is freezing. Ditto Boston. Ditto. Dit has 3 sounds. D, I, t. Toe, 2 sounds. T, o. Dit, toe. Mark the word. Dit, toe. Uproar. Uproar. The entire community was in an uproar. Up, 2 sounds. P. Roar, 3 sounds. R, o, Uproar. Mark the word. Uproar. Alpha. Alpha. The alpha member of the group was in command. Alpha. Al, 2 sounds. A, ul. Fa, 2 sounds. F, aw. Alpha. Mark the word. Alpha. Now A is representing its extra sound because when A comes at the end of a word, it will normally represent its extra sound. So vowel group 8 is in effect in this instance. Timid. Timid. The timid animal did not come out to eat. Timid. T, 2 sounds. T, I. Mid, 3 sounds. I, d. Timid. Mark the word. Timid. I in the first syllable is representing its short sound, so we have an exception to vowel group 2. Our final row 10, address. Address. I need to update my address. Add has 2 sounds. A, d. Dress, 4 sounds. D, r, e, s. Address. Mark the word. Address. Halter. Halter. Place the halter on the horse's head. Halter. Hall, 3 sounds. H, aw, ul. Ter, 2 sounds. T, halter. Mark the word. Halter. Here we have A representing its extra sound. We have A followed by L, followed by another consonant. Even though the second consonant T goes into the second syllable, the A is representing its extra sound. Item. Item. This item is for sale. Item. Now for spelling, let's exaggerate the sound of the second syllable a little bit and say item. First syllable I, 1 sound. I. Tim, 3 sounds. T, e, m. Item. Mark the word. Item. Our final word is profane. Profane. He acts in a very crude and profane manner. Profane. Pro, 3 sounds. P, r, o. Feign, 3 sounds. F, a, n. Profane. Mark the word. Profane. And this completes the dictation for words from lesson 428.